Hey, what's up, little tiny toes? How you doing today? Well, baby, if you were a Kris Jenner, yo, your 2023 is going down in flames. And baby, you only 2 weeks in. What am I talking about? Kylie and Travis, the Meg Thee Stallion trial. You know what I'm talking about? Go watch my videos. You can't be happy about that, right? Kylie was forced to admit that her and Trav are donezo, and Travis ain't being nice about it. Not even that. We then go to Kim. Kim had the Balenciaga scan. First of all, Kim had Kanye West completely tank her, right? Because that's the thing that makes Kim so mad with Kourtney, mad with Kanye. As much as she wants to be bigger than them, can't stand them, Kanye had all the style, star power, and charisma. Kourtney had all the star power and charisma, and she wants to be so big, but her fame is tied to other people. When Kanye took that L, right? When Kanye took that L, Kim took a big L too. But just to make sure she stayed down, Balenciaga came with their weird, gross, disgusting, vile, should be illegal campaign and complete. No, actually, Balenciaga didn't do it because Kim just had to come out and be like, you guys, this is wrong. Kim literally was like, I don't even know. I wasn't in a campaign. I didn't even work for those people. Y'all get out of here. Kris has been doing damage control left and right. But little do we know that the one damage control she should have been doing was for herself. Y'all, what am I talking about? Remember when the Blac Chyna trial was going on and the way they was doing the two-step and, offbeat crip walking because they thought they won over Blac Chyna, and that PR war, in my opinion, they waged seemed to work, where Blac Chyna was found to be right for a lot of things, but the jury said that they didn't end up thinking that she was owed any money. You still can't tell me that they didn't settle that trial out of court, because Blac Chyna did not do her appeal. But what happened around then? Because Rob was busy embarrassing the family, right? With his F-boy antics. What was actually going on? Well, if you clicked on this video, you probably already know. One of Kris's drivers, or I think he was a security guard, literally was taking Kris to court because he said she had harassed him. And baby, I got the details. They dirty and grimy, just like what Kris's business is accused of being. She really was on some Harvey Weinstein stuff, if this can be believed. But what did she do? She knew the trial was coming up around the same time Blac Chyna's trial was coming up. I think Kris's lawyers knew, all right, we can't have all this heat on the family. We're trying to act like we're good, God-loving people, talking about our church, which looks like it's a tax write-off, and sitting in court being like, Blac Chyna, you're a horrible person. We can't come, you looking like Sleazoid, literally copping fills, filling up your people, inviting your bodyguards to come sit in a Bentley so you can recline the seat and take him for a ride. We can't have this going on at the same time. So Kris Jenner's people agreed to go to arbitration to settle the case. Now, when I heard that, I said, baby, the Kardashians, when they think they're right, they 100% fight, even when they're wrong. For her to say, I'm going to arbitration, I said, this guy must have receipts, right? And plus, maybe you don't want the gardener being like, yeah, Kris was talking about come trim my bushes, right? Because you know how it is. If you harassing one, you might be harassing them all. We saw what happened with Weinstein. Anyway, let me get on point. Baby, the trial or the arbitration, which is basically like a trial, but there's no jury and the judge figures things out, they literally just moved that back. But baby, they didn't move it back with a stunning display of legal wit. No, Kris is worried, baby. You know what they had the nerve to say? The judge called them in and was like, yo, how come things aren't settled? Kris had the nerve to say, Kris's attorney, Michelle Doolin, had the nerve to say, what are you talking about? We didn't know there was an arbitration. What are you talking about? To which the guy's attorney was like, man, here you go. Like, I can't take this mess. The judge was so angry. He told them to get back to it, and he expects this arbitration to be over by Valentine's Day, saying love is in the air. But y'all, let's get into the dirty details, because you know what? Listen, y'all came for the mess, and you know I love it. So let's get to it. All right. So, side note, the Bodyguard was fine. Okay. I know Cory Gamble, right? I know Cory Gamble be doing his Silk the Shocker best, literally dancing to her in that pink satin two-piece he loves wearing with some Air Jordans, talking about, But you know, she was dreaming of that Bodyguard. He looks good. I don't enough of the hat. He doesn't look like Wendy Williams' husband, Kevin, but with the hat, he looked a little bit from the side. And I said, if she like that look, Kevin, instead of begging Wendy for some money, you know Kris Jenner pays like Rob Kardashian weighs. Instead of begging for money from Wendy Williams, you need to go over and push your vegan chef. Actually, don't put Serena out the way, because the Kardashians love taking men. So show up at one of the Kardashian events, Kevin Hunter. I'm giving you advice on I'm showing you how to do this, son. Don't show up single. Bring Serena with you, your vegan chef, right? Bring Serena with you. Go to one of their parties. They'll see you're taken with a woman, and you know that will activate every longing and what it seems to activate in every Kardashian. You might even have to fend off Khloe, but go for Kris. Go for Kris, because listen, you saw what she liked with Cory. And all I'm saying, if those silk satin pajamas can do something, you know you can with your little Yankees cap. Anyway, let's get into the dirty details, because baby, they are good. Now, here we go. The Kardashian family matriarch, Kris Jenner, has failed to reach an agreement with her former bodyguard, who sued her for SA. A year after the pair were ordered to settle the case through private arbitration, now she was given another 13 months to sort things out. Let me just say this, right? I admire the bodyguard. See, a lot of men might be like, no, I ain't saying that was SA by Kris Jenner, baby. He sat there and he said, I'm a victim and I demand compensation. Now, one, baby, get that money. But two, when you hear the details, Kris sounds super, super sleazy. I'm just saying, if this is true, right? It hasn't been proven in the court of law, but they are going to arbitration, and you know Anyway, the status hearing on Friday, 12 months to the day after the order was handed down, attorneys for both parties admitted that they are yet to go through the arbitration process. Now listen, the headlines, because they're all pro-Kardashian, says that Kris Jenner was given another 13 months. No, she wasn't. She was given another month. So he gave them a year. Kris Jenner has been dragging her feet because she knows she's going to have to, listen, she's going to take away Cory Gamble's Air Force One budget, his allowance, right? It was 12 months, and the judge said you got one more month, have it handled by Valentine's Day. That makes it a total of 13 months, all right? That's what I mean about these Kardashian headlines. When you read it, it says A, but when you read the headline, it says A, but then when you go into the actual story, then it's B. And they said, but at the status hearing, the judge said, this is taking a very long time. What's going on, right? He was visibly frustrated. Now, McWilliams' attorney, Sean Novak, told the court that a private judge had been selected to oversee the case in the proceeding, and the proceeding was scheduled to be held in December. But Kris's attorney, Michelle Doolin, said, I didn't know that an arbitration had been scheduled. Kris, did you hear about arbitration? I didn't hear about arbitration, sir, right? They tried to, listen, Kris's lawyer sounds like she tried to hit her with the Kelsey and the Meg Thee Stallion. You know, Kelsey came in. What? Who am I? What am I doing? Oh, wow. I must have baby brain, postpartum depression. And I always will stand by. Postpartum depression is a very real and serious condition. That's why it disgusts me that Kelsey used that as a way to try to throw Meg under the bus. Kelsey gave a full-on 80-minute detailed testimony about everything she saw. And then she got in the court, God, is that you? It's me, Kelsey. Prenatal depression. My child just graduated high school. Man, shut up. Anyway, y'all, let's get back into the story, okay? Listen, now the judge set a new status hearing for February 14th, and they'll be loving the air. But he added, I expect the arbitration to be done by then. Kris was not in court on Friday, nor was McWilliams. He was probably going around shopping for new Bentleys. He said, you did this to me in a Bentley, baby. I'm going to buy 6 more, right? He first filed the complaint against Kris September 2020. McWilliams, he was a one-time rapper. Why are they trying to play him like this? Okay. It's a hustle. Wasn't Kris's daughter a one-time P-star? One time and forever. It only take once, right? Turned a Kardashian security guard who was 20 years Kris's junior. You she like him young. Look at Cory. Now you can't tell Cory's so much younger because he's so damn corny, because he got the style of like your corny, like 80-year-old uncle that still think he doing it to all the girls and like the thing. Whenever he's that person go up to the DJ and be like, yo, put on Step in the Name of Love. And then he'd be sitting there letting those silk pajamas sway on his body, thinking he doing, right? I'm on a romantic call. I'm talking to my baby. Okay, let me get to work, right? Anyway, he accused Kris, saying that she grabbed his, can we say crotch on YouTube without being demonetized? Exposed herself to him while he was still working for the family in 2017, and then had him fired after he said, I'm not in the necrophilia. No, he denied her advances, right? But he was like, no, baby, like you don't pay me enough for this. Later, even though I know Cory probably so mad, he probably like just giving him the evil eye, because like you could have been a Cory Gamble. You could have been a Cory Gamble. Anyway, later he added another stunning accusation to his legal action in February 2001, claiming Kris had SA'd him while they were out in her luxury Bentley. Tell me this ain't giving dirt bag. Tell me this ain't giving dirt bag. Did I give you guys his full name is Mark McWilliams. Let me tell you something. Mark McWilliams stays in the gym. He is built like a Greek statue. Cory Gamble is built wide. His hips wider than mine. And y'all know, you've been on my Instagram, mama got some wide hips. Man, Cory, don't sit down, Kris, but that don't mean anything. He just wasn't feeling it, right? Or maybe Kevin was smart. And Kevin Kardashian and Kris Jenner, Kim and Kris, and was like, baby, keep pushing up on me. Because the more they push up, he can sue them for SA. He probably came to work that day with his shirt buttoned down to his navel, chest hair showing. You know, Tris from that generation that like chest hair showing, gold necklace dangling, and was like, what? You want to speak to me in the Bentley? Came up to her on swole about what? But you need to speak to me. And Kris was like, I'll see you in the Bentley. Yo, he saw Kris coming. Listen, however he got it, get it. Do it for the ancestors. Anyway, Mark, who worked for the famous TV clan between 2017 and 2019, told in an amended complaint of the particularly shocking incident the morning of October 22, 2017. Was she with Cory in 2017, or was it Bruce? I don't know. I feel like asking Google, what was Kris Jenner doing in 2017? Because I want to see the outfit she had on. If she was going to Ralph's or Vons or Thrifty's getting some ice cream, dressed up like a lady of the night, that was the day it happened. Anyway, they're saying Kris wanted to go out in her Bentley and ordered him to sit in the front passenger seat. Kris drove. She began making comments to Mark of a flirtatious and overtly sexual nature. Without warning, Kris placed her right hand on the inside upper thigh and the groin area of Mark in a manner that was overtly sexually offensive. She then caused her right hand to move up the upper inner thigh and more, and the middle part, caressing him. Mark was shocked and offended by the uninvited and overtly, how many times they gonna say overtly, but I get it how you live it. By Kris, and attempted to shift away from her. But I don't have a feeling he was like literally like, she's like, come on, relax. And he was like pressed up against the window, like, I am relaxed. Like, can we go back? So anyway, they said as he moved his body away from the offensive contact, Kris's right hand came into contact with his inner private parts and that part, the meat. Mark was emotionally distressed by Kris's outrageous and uninvited actions, which at no time did he consent to. He said his client suffered from physical and mental pain, cha-ching, illness, cha-ching, loss of sleep, run it up, depression, run it up, and other health issues. All right, that's right, do it for the ancestors. Kris's 43-year-old daughter, Kourtney Kardashian, was also named in the lawsuit, but it was her mother who suggested Mark to a pattern of unwanted and unwelcome advances and otherwise harassing misconduct. According to Mark, declarations in his original complaint, Kris was repeatedly and frequently causing, oh my God, her body to come into intimate contact with his. He was seeking a jury trial and over $3 million in damages, but told Kris that her behavior was unwelcome and asked her to stop. But Kris ignored all such requests and persisted with his inappropriate misconduct. Oh my God, get this. He also alleged racial discrimination, including pervasive and cruel mockery, harassment, belittling, and otherwise humiliating mistreatment by Kris due to his race. He complained to his security company employers, human resource department, but he contended he was again ignored. He was suspended from working with Kris, but continued working for Courtney till he was fired in September 2019, whose lawsuit also alleged wrongful termination against his employer. Mark claimed that after his firing, he endured harassment, intimidation, and otherwise threatening misconduct in an effort to dissuade or prevent him from bringing any form of action against defendants for their unlawful contact. Y'all, listen. Now, for the record, Kris and Courtney have vehemently denied the false claims made by the security guard. Kris said his absurd allegations are clearly fabricated and are contrary to easily confirmed facts. Kris never acted inappropriately toward him. What are they talking about? Kris's whole life has been her being a city girl. Her whole life. You have got to be kidding me. Books were written about your city girl behavior, and you were the main person responsible for turning your daughter into a P-star. You can't be serious, girl. Woo! Listen, we're going to see what goes on, but it sounds like that Kris is going to pay like Rob Rays. And like I said, run it up, run it up, run it up. I do it for my people. Oh, and my peeps in the streets. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later.